Hello, everyone. We are continuing our daily live stream of listening to my book for becoming the supreme authority of your life. It's the manifestation blueprint. And before we continue on, I want to just get into our bodies, take a few deep breaths, breathing into the belly, into the heart. And as you exhale, just see if you can allow your body to release, relax to the best of your ability. On your next breath in, really fill up the belly with breath. And I want you to feel your core, your solar plexus activating. Breathe into the top of the lungs. And as you exhale, you can bring your belly button close to the spine. And then come just like a normal breath in and out a few times. And see if you can get your awareness into your body, into your core. You might notice it's in your head, right? Maybe we're stuck more in the eyes, the outer senses up here. You might have a tight jaw, things like that. But one of the things we want to do to the best of our ability as we come back into our authority and we're manifesting our reality is we want to get into our core, into our body, into the solar plexus. Neville Goddard talks about this. A lot of people talk about that power center, our solar plexus really being the place of the projector, the place of where we are projecting out this reality and then our senses are viewing it. And the science behind it's really cool. What I find is most important that when I'm stuck in my head and I'm disconnected from my body, it goes into overanalyzing the 3D, fixing, problem solving. Everything feels very urgent. Everything feels very survival mode, right? Especially if there's trauma, there's tons of survival mode, overthinking. There's no way to feel like all is done. Like in law of assumption, we talk about with the law that it's already done. We're just assuming the state, and our I am is going into different states that are building our bridge to the manifestation of the wish fulfilled, whatever it is. And when, we talk about what it feels like for it to be done, it's a certainty, it's a knowing, which to me is when I'm in my core, when I'm in my body. I mean, obviously, it doesn't have to be a requirement, but I do find it so helpful. When I'm in my core about something, I just know it to be true, and nothing can move me. Something I've been working on is as things are happening in my outer world that might seem really stressful, or they are stressful, they might seem like really dire, they might be a conflict, a really intense conflict, and my mind wants to project out and just fix things and convince others and manipulate things and whatever. If we can get back into our core, get back into our body, and just coax ourselves back into whatever's happening, I can come into indifference. I can breathe into this. I don't have to react to this. I can learn to be indifferent. I can stay in my core, my wish fulfilled, because when we do that, we go into indifference. That is how you allow something to die. That is how you allow something to really just move on. Because if it's happening in the 3D, it's on its way out. So it's actually a really good sign. But that's why when we're really manifesting authority and having a life that is true to you and what you really want, it can be really head on with what will show up. All the places that you were giving up your power before, all the places that we're limiting you in some fashion. And that is your moment to get back in your body, to stay true to your wish fulfilled, whatever that is. That's where you can hear those inner conversations to remind you. That's where you remind yourself, right? I'm decreeing what the 3D is reflecting. It's not the other way around. Because when we react to the 3D, we're kind of saying, all right, 3D, you're in charge again. Where all it's doing is reflecting. Okay? Now, of course, it doesn't mean don't take action. Doesn't mean do nothing. I mean, this coming back into your core, facing things and still choosing your power, it's a deep act of courage. It's a deep act of courage, especially when your whole body is wired to kind of be like, do I fight? Do I flee? Do I freeze? And then we're choosing to get back in our body to claim our reality and say, this is my bridge. This is part of my wish fulfilled. And that's why a lot of these scripts, and as we continue on, it's about getting into that confidence, getting into that place of certainty, of there's no other options. Whatever is happening out here does not decide anything for me, right? But something unwanted, I'm staying neutral to the best of my ability, revising it as I need to, happy that that's out and on its way out for sure. If it's something I want, I'm loving it. I'm happy with it. But when we're in our core, especially, and like in your hips, like really in your body, like the good and the bad, whatever, can show up and you're just centered. And that's the mastery that we're going for when it comes to claiming your authority. So let's continue on with our reading. And this is where it's going now into a workshop. Now, I won't go too much in the backstory of this. I'm just going to allow it to play and let it be what it is. I've led workshops all over with a lot of different people. This is based on that. And, put yourself in whatever shoes feels right. It'll go into a different experience as some of the things that I teach in these workshops. And as you listen, right, you could do it from my perspective, from the audience's perspective, whatever feels good. But it's all about, right, how we take the law. And when the world seems to be challenging us, how do we stay in our center? Okay, so we're going to continue more tomorrow. One thing to note, see where you are in your body. If you've left the core, try to get back. And what I would suggest, and I've done this, in workshops to clients, say those words out loud. Whatever words that speak to you, right? The words in this were, I am the power. I am the creator, and what I want is mine. And see when you say it, if you say it from your head, from your throat, from your heart, see if you can get it down, down, down into the hips, into the solar plexus. You'll notice as you keep listening, a lot of what I have found to be so powerful is when I really know something and I allow myself to really feel it. There is a sensuality to it. I'm in my body. I'm allowing myself to feel it, to breathe into it. And we're just taking so much of our authority back by taking our bodies back. And by learning, you can learn so much with your voice. When you command, I'm the operant power of my reality. What I want is mine. I'm not giving myself options. Even right now, I can tell I'm still stuck in my throat. I can't get it all the way down, right? And so we don't judge. We just lovingly give ourselves permission to not just listen to this stuff and read it, but to really practice saying those I am, saying them out loud until it's as normal as saying my name is Katie, right? My name is Katie and I am the operant power and what I want is mine, whatever your thing is. But get it to such a natural place that you know it, this is my name. And even if you told me it's not my name, that's weird, it's my name. Even if the 3D is showing me the opposite, whatever, that's weird, I know my desire is done. You know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and we will keep going tomorrow.